Hello everyone, thank you for coming today, and especially on the weekend. And thank you for the festival and to me for the invitation to welcome you here in Taipei. So today the subject will be the co-production, and I think co-production is a key element on how to make a successful movie. But I talked a little bit with the festival, and I will open a little bit more the discussion about how we can find money, how we can produce a VR production. So co-production is at the heart of this funding. It was the key element of how to find money to do a great project, but I will speak a little bit about other things that can help you to raise money and to raise awareness around one of your projects. So co-production will come a little bit later, and I have some other key elements that I want to introduce you today that might help you to find money and to make a successful project. So first thing, there is different kind of virtual reality. So I will put all of this in virtual reality, but some of them might call it true and fake VR. But for me, it's still VR because for the end consumer, it is VR. So there is the 360 video, and the thing that are made with like game engine, like Unity and Unreal, will be real-time production. So for me, both of them are VR. But if you are doing a real-time project, I want to speak about creating different projects with your own IP. Because if you try to do a real-time project with Unity or Unreal, you will take a lot of time to create your assets. You will take a lot of time to create your characters, your universe. But everything will be on a story that you have worked on, a story that hopefully works if you're thinking about doing it. And then, so if you're doing a real-time VR project, you can think about other derivatives of your IP. You can think about making an AR project, an MR project, a classic 2D animation project. And I think all this can help you to have more audience around your project and to find more money and to find different partners. Because you will find different partners around the VR, the AR, because there is different people interested in different fields. And I think even if it takes more time to create that, it will make a stronger project, a larger project. And it's like, you know, it's like Toy Story. They do episode 1, they build everything, it costs them a lot of money, then of course they will do episode 2. Because they already got the characters, they got everything, so you need to reuse that. So one of the advice for me to find different partners and to build a big co-production is to think widely about your project. So, because then we'll speak about co-production. Co-production is about finding partners, and all the production companies are not interested in the same thing. So if you do that, let's say you have a VR project in mind, like on Unity, now you think about this, you make an AR project too, you can find different co-production partners around the world to find money around the same IP, around the same universe. And for me, that's something many people don't think about because many creators want to go fast, create. And we're like running to the next one. But sometimes it's good to take time to think widely and to think a lot about how make one project every 3 years that people will watch and that will help you to have a little bit money instead of doing many little projects that nobody will never watch and that make you poor and then you need to stop this job. So that's one of the first advice I can give you. And it's only advice, there is no truth on this universe. So another thing is a derivative of what I said before. It's think about a global IP when you create something. So of course the example I've put is like raising the bar really high, and we might be a little bit too small to think like this today. But what I mean is like, if you want to create a VR movie, it's because you think that you have a great story. You think you have great characters. You have a great universe. So if you can tell a story in VR, of course you can tell your story in another way. You will have to reshape it, you will have to rethink it, you have sometimes to take another director to do it, because you cannot copy and paste VR to book, to film, or to comic, or to game. But if you have all the elements, then you think more widely, think more open on creating your universe. Because VR for now, it's really something, and you all know that, really confident, people are not equipped. It's something that is really hard to finance, because you need to convince people to put money in something, but there is no real market here. So if you think more widely, and you don't have to do all on the same time, but maybe your VR project can be also a comic book, or maybe it can be also a 2D movie, you know. Some people will tell you, if you do VR, it's because it can only be in VR. And I really disagree about that. I think you can do a poem, you can do a music, or a concept, you know. It's just a way of thinking it on the visual side. Because the story in the background may stay the same. You have like the spine, and you can make derivatives of your story. So that's something, again, that will help you to come back to the title of the keynote, which is co-production. It will help you to find different kind of co-producer around your different parts of the IP. Because of course, the people who will do the comic book with you, they won't be the same partner that the one who will do the VR piece with you. So again, it will take you more time, it will take you a lot of research, but then you have the same IP, you will work on it maybe 5 years, but then when it will release, you have a real power, and you will have a real audience, and you will have some maybe real watcher folks coming back to you, because you have a different way of finding money. We have a proverb in French, I don't know if the translation might work, it's like, don't put all your eggs in the same basket. It's a little bit word of my advice. So this one is like, I think, the easiest slide of my whole keynote, because it works for TV, it works for movie, it works for everything. It's like, you need to have big talents in your project on VR. Because today, if some of you were there yesterday, I'm sorry because it's a little bit the same thing, but people don't trust VR. It's really hard to bring an audience to VR. It's really hard to convince them to put an HMD, not seeing anything for 20 minutes, you know, and then you lose your space. It's something really strange. It's an effort to do VR. And even 360 video with an iPad is an effort. You don't like something like this for 20 minutes, you know, and then it gives you problem on the arms, and you're not feeling happy. So you really need to push people, to convince people to come to your VR creation. And to create this trust, you need this kind of people. Again, it's a joke, I put the bar really high, but we all have, there is a Taiwanese Tom Cruise, there is a French Tom Cruise, we all have stars on our own country, and that's enough to create an audience on your country, you know? So, you need to find these people, and I also put a musician, because sometimes, which is like more than the half of the project, are made in real time, so you cannot have real actors, so you can have good music. You know, if you put the name of a famous band on your poster, people will trust this band. They will not trust you, they will not trust VR, but they will trust these people, and if these people trust us, then the audience will trust us too. So it will take you some time to convince these people, because usually, even if they are French or Taiwanese Tom Cruise, they are still really busy, so you need to take time to be really diplomatic with them, to go step by step. But something I can tell you is like, these people, they want to try new things. Because these people, before becoming stars, they were talents, they were artists, and they keep the soul of an artist. So they want to do new things, they want to be groundbreaking. They want to stay on the top, and to stay on the top, they need to do all the new things we try to do, and will do. So, go to them, then I think it's the same here if we were, they get agents, not talent manager, and you can go to find this talent manager and like send one email every day for 2 months, and at some point they will reply to you. They will have to. So these people are really capital to come to you, because soon the Netflix, the IMAX, the Amazon people, and the same that you have here will do VR. And these people, they already got the trust of the audience. So for them it will be more easy. But for us, we need this trusted people to advance and do great co-production and do great things. And also it will help you on the co-production side, because let's guess one of the producers here come to me to find a French co-producer, and you pitch me your project. When you pitch me your project and you tell me like, and I get the biggest star in my country, I can assure you half of the Taiwanese people will watch it. Even for me as a French producer, it's really interesting, because I know that the co-producer have a base audience, a success-based audience. So even for me, it's better as a French co-producer. Even if I don't know these stars, I will trust my co-producer more because he already built a possible audience in his own country. And don't fear them. They are nice people, even when they're well known. Mostly. And also, it will help you on the PR side, on the public relations side. Because during your production will last a lot. And so you will need to create the buzz around your project. You will need to go step by step and to make people being curious about what you'll be released. So when you take these people, on the contract you sign the fact that they are with you on the project, but you also make them sign the fact that you can use their image for promotion. That's really important because it's not automatically in the contract. They can say, okay, you take my image or voiceover for the shooting, but you don't have the behind the scene, you don't have my image for all the marketing, so it's important that you put that on the contract, even if it costs you a little bit more. So then you can do some little videos like this. Sorry. So all this little thing will help you to raise the audience. You know, she's Rosario Dawson, she's pretty famous in the US. She plays in a lot of Marvel series. And so when people see that 6 months before the release, they're like, what she's doing? What voiceover is she doing, you know? And then people begin to be curious about what will release later. Oh, it's still a few people, you know, it's not a Hollywood movie. But it's still raising the audience at our own level. So, I think the talent are capital, even for money, co-production, and marketing. Another thing really important is to have a festival strategy in mind since the beginning of your production. You know, there is not a lot of festival doing VR today. There is maybe 20, 25 important festivals. So of course I put only the big ones because we all need to dream high. But there is a lot of festivals that are doing VR. I know here you have 3 already in Taiwan, obviously the Taipei one. And it's important to have this in mind and to take your production schedule from the end and then build it to take the beginning. So, because it's easy to lose track of time when you're in the middle of production. You know, you can spend 4 months more than what is planned on the script. You can always do that, and that might not be so good, you know, for the project. And I think also limits, boundaries are something that help the creation. You know, you need to fix limits to the artist, and they will play on these limits. And really often they might be more efficient than if you tell them like just write and come back when you're ready. You know. So you need to take the festival you think will fit the more your project, you know, like South by Southwest and Sundance don't have the same editorial decision. So when you watch what they're playing in the past years, you have the feeling of their editorial decision. So you need to aim the festival that will fit your project. Of course, nothing is sure. You're never sure they will take your project, but you need to be confident because no one will be for you. So you need to have this focus. And let's say I want to be released in 2 years at South by Southwest in March in Austin. Then you do your retro planning from there till the beginning, and you build it, and then you know when you need to begin. You know, because what also can happen if you don't do that, it's like you'll do your production, and your movie will be ready in October. Let's guess. And you know that for you the most important is to be released in March in Austin. Most of the creative people, they will not understand the fact that you put the movie in a box for 5 months and don't show it to anyone. They will not get it. You know, the director, he will have spent 2 years on a project, and then you will tell them, oh, I will wait 5 more months before I show to people. He will become crazy and mad about that, and you will lose your relation with the director. So, if you already have in mind that it needs to be ready in January to submit for March, then everything will go smooth. So, I think having a festival strategy is really important. And also, when your movie will be released, after your premiere, you will have a lot of, hopefully, a lot of festivals asking for you in every country. It's important to choose your premiere in every country, because each festival needs to have an audience, and a way for them to have an audience to have exclusivity and premiere in their own country. So that's important not to say yes to anyone, because you have like really nice festival like this, and you have also a festival like with 5 people in the cave, you know. So you need to be really careful to which festival you say yes in every country, and that will help you to raise an audience. Because festival is something also that people trust. People like the little logo on a poster, you know, and the more you have, the more it's great. But then, if you have a lot of logo of really bad festival, people will know and the word will spread. So choose your festival carefully, for the premiere, of course, and then for all the other premiere in every country. And then, let's hope. Why not? And then if you get this after, you're okay. And some of them already get, I think there's 2 or 3 awards already in VR. You know, you can apply in the interactive set competition, but you can apply also in the VFX competition. In many other competitions, VR is not eligible on the awards. You know, so why not? Then we'll come to the heart of what I want to say today and why I'm here. But some French producer came to Taipei. Of course, because we're really happy to be on the festival, but also we have in mind French-Taiwanese co-production. And I have in mind all the time the co-production. So I picked 2 different images. The one on the right, I choose it because you see paintings from different places or from country. And for me, it reflects the fact that we're European, but we have a lot of different cultural things that I'll try to explain briefly. And of course, in Europe, we have a lot of collaboration, and worldwide. But usually, for a country far from France, I'll try to focus a little bit on you, Taiwanese people. If you find one co-producer in Europe, he will manage the European side. You don't need to find one in every country. It will be impossible for you. You'll become mad. And you'll have too many people to talk to. So my advice is choose one in Europe, and then we will take care of the European side. And then co-production is a little bit like love. You know, it's a love relation between 2 people with trust. And the only way to find love is to try. If you stay with your apartment, you'll never find love. And it's the same with co-production. You need to try. You need to have coffee with many people. You need to be sure you speak the same language. You need to be sure you have the same vision of the project. Because sometimes 2 co-producers, they love the pitch, they love the synopsis, but they don't have the same movie in mind. And then you will work with someone on a different direction, and it will be bad for the movie. So it's a long work to find a co-producer. It's not like, oh, you're French, you can find money, let's go. It's not so easy, because if you find money for a different project that you have in mind here, it will be useless for you. So before then I speak about where the producer will find the money, but I mean, finding this person is really important. It's capital, you know. So there is a girl I like here, you know. We met already 4 times. Then we went to dinner together, and had drinks and action. You need to be sure that it fits, you know. So that's the first thing. Then, of course, you'll find one European co-producer. He'll take care of Europe, but you still need to find some other more, you know. You have Bravely in Australia. I think you had an Australian speaker this morning or this afternoon, you know. I'm sure he's looking for co-production. You have some in Brazil, Argentina, in the US, everywhere. So you can find co-producer in different parts of the world to build a big project together. Because VR is really expensive. It's a new medium. It's a new way of doing things. So usually your quote will be much higher than making a short movie. And I think nowhere in the world you can find all money for one project. Except if you're working on Jurassic Park, no one will give you $1 million to do a VR project. But 10 people can give you 100, you know? Because all the countries have different way of finding money. So I know it will be some work. It will be a lot of Skype, a lot of not sleeping because different time zone, so it's a little bit crazy. But that's the life we choose. So when you find a European producer, then I go to the detail of what we can do in Europe. So that's only a few logos, because if I put all the logos that Europe can help you to raise, it would be like impossible to read. So it's only some few examples of what can happen. And of course, Canada is huge. You know, it's really a country that helps a lot the audiovisual production, and I think like in France we're really, really lucky, but they're one of the countries that is luckiest, you know, than us. So entering into co-production will allow you a different kind of thing. Of course, I'm dealing with the French side because that's the side I know the best. But as I told you, if you come to me as a French producer, I will take care of Luxembourg, I will take care of Belgium, I will take care of all that because as a French producer, I already got my European partner that I trust. So if you build the trust with me, then I have the trust of them. And then I will take care of all that. Not myself, because you need to be from the country to ask the money from the country, but the European producer, we already have a network between us because we do lots of European co-production. So in France, you have different ways of finding money. Of course, the most hard and the most insecure way is to go to Arte and these people. Because these people, they're funding VR, but they receive a ton of projects every week, and they need to choose only a few of them. So of course, as a producer, we'll try to convince our broadcaster to take your project, but this is the hard part. You have 10% chance, 5% chance, it might happen. You need to know that. That's why you need to have a lot of project in development to try to do different projects at the same time. So of course we'll go to these people. In France there are 2, in UK 2. You know, there is some of them that come in, so Sky and BBC in the UK. Arte obviously is the pioneer in France. France Television is just behind. Maybe soon Canal+, which is our private channel, will go there, but for not yet so far. So we'll do that, but then we'll go to the public funding we may have in France. So in France we have some national funding, which is called the CNC. The CNC is a national fund, formed by, not important when they get the money, but so, and they have different ways of helping the project, the VR project. They have 2 different grants for VR project, and you can have both of them. So one of the first grants is a grant called New Media. This New Media is like really focused on VR more and more. So VR project is of course eligible, but even more now. They are looking for a lot of great VR projects. Because before there was also the other formats included, and they create a new grant for them to remove them from this grant. So now this grant is focused on AR and VR. So this grant works on 3 phases. The first phase, you won't be eligible because it's for the artist himself. And in order to apply, you need to be French. So the first phase is not for you. That's not a big deal because it's really a low number of figures. Then you have 2 other things in the CNC on this part of the grant, on the New Media Fund. You have the development and the production. So the first one, development, you can get between 20 to 50,000 euros. And this grant will be to spend for the development of your project. So like, you need to do a prototype. You need to do some casting all around the world. You need to do some scout location in South Africa. You need to do a layout, an animated, you know, a storyboard. So this grant, the development fund, is for that. It's the first phase. That was a project, take a long time, and if you work with Europe, there is a lot of money, but you need to be patient, or really patient, especially with friends. So you apply to development, then hopefully you get the money, you enter into development, and you will prepare all these elements thanks to the money they will give you. The thing you need to know is this is public money, so there is cent in exchange. It's not totally free money. So they don't take equity on your project, they don't care, but they will ask you to spend half of this in France. So let's get we work together. I have a Taiwanese producer, who's a project from Taiwan coming to me. I love it, we work together. We'll have the development fund. So I will ask you, like, if you need to do some rehearsal in Taiwan, it will be Taiwanese spending, no matter what. I cannot change that. But maybe you need to do a storyboard. So the French producer will ask you to work with a French artist. It's not because he don't trust Taiwanese artists. It's because he needs to have French spending. If not, he's not eligible to the grant. Or he will, but at the end, if we lie to this person in France, then we're really in a bad situation for the one after. So we avoid to lie to this person. So that's the first development phase, with 50% spent in France, 50% in Taiwan. So when I receive the money, my co-producer can make a fund appeal, asking for the money. I send him half of the money. You spend half. Of course, we'll decide how, but you spend half and I spend half for the same project. Then the CNC, you go to production. Just need to know how many time I get. Then you go to production. The production fund is a much higher money. You can have between 60 to 200,000 euros. So of course, depending on the size and the scale and the ambition of the project, the French producer will advise you what to ask. But you can have more money. And this money again will be for the reproduction. Like if it's a 360 video, it will be for the shooting. If it's a development, it will be for the studio. So this time you will enter into production, and we get the same thing. We need to spend 50% in France. So that's the tricky part, because sometimes you already have your team, you have your studio, you have everything. So you need to be open-minded of what do you want to give to the French part. I'm doing an Argentinian project right now, and they can do everything from themselves. They can do everything. They don't need me on the production side. They only need me on the story and money side. But then they have to send me things to do. So I can do the music, I can do the sound design, I can have the French actor, the voiceover, and all of this. At some moment, if it's only 40%, then they need to give me a little bit of animation in France, because if not, I won't have my 50-50. So the CNC is one of the most important things that you can reach in France. But then we have also territorial grants. So it's smaller grants, but it's grants that come from different districts in France. So usually this grant can go from 15 to 65,000 euros, depending on the district, because they don't have the same policy in each district. And it's a little bit the same thing, except you need to spend 100% and sometimes 160% of what they give you on this district. So this help, the French producer will ask it only if we think there is something to do with a special district. Let's guess, maybe you have some animation that you can give it to me. So in Rhône-Alpes, in Lyon, there is some great studio, or there is in many places. But in these two regions, in Angoulême and Rhône-Alpes, you have a lot of great studio. And you can add this to the CNC money. That's not a problem. That's even better, because you need to spend half of the CNC money in France. So if you can do it in a district that can help you more, it's good for the project. So that's a way of finding the money in France. And just before I go with the other country, I want to speak to you about another possibility, which is really different. So we have two ministries in France. This money comes from the cultural ministry, from the equivalent of youth in France. But there is also other way of helping the movie, which is economical grants. So the cultural grant, it's selective. You need to apply a deck. You need to be really careful on what you put on your deck. You need really to convince them to give you money and to support you. You need to prove them you have a great cultural project for your country and for the other one. But then you have some economical grant. These people, they don't care about your movie and what you're doing. They want you to read the script. They want you to spend money in France because it will be great for the employment and it will be great for the economy of my country. So this is another way of co-produce. It's called international tax credit. And it can give you a 30% rebate on your budget, and this one is automatic. You don't need to hope. It will happen. So I think you speak about this Aurélien this morning, no? International tax credit. Yeah, so I don't need to go deeper than that, so you already listened to Aurélien. So just to understand, it's a really different way of doing things. And if you're doing the international tax credit co-production, also a good thing for you is like, I will act as a line producer. I don't have equity on your project. You will stay the only owner of your project. So of course I'll take a fee, because I'm not an association, but you keep everything on your project. So another thing you can do is find a French producer that will apply for the Luxembourg, the Belgium, and many other grants. You have things that called the tax shelter, which is something really important in Belgium and in other places. It will be a rebate of what I spend in this country. So what we try to do as French producer is finding partners that we build long-term relation. And I will just give you an example. There is a post-production company really famous that's called Macbeth in France. And this post-production studio, have opened an office in Belgium. And they have the black fiber between them, so it's really easy for them to communicate. You don't need to go to Belgium every 2 days if you're French. So it's allowed us to divide the spending, to put some in France and to put some in Belgium. So I can pay with the tax shelter in Belgium, and I can pay with my 50% spending from the CNC. It's a little bit like a chess play, but that's our job as producer to do that. So of course the Luxembourg have also selective grants, it's always the same kind of spirit. I'm a country, I give you money, you spend a little bit in my country, please, because it comes from my state, So it's always, sometimes 100%, sometimes they ask you to spend more than when they give you, but then you can play a little bit with numbers if you're a producer, find a way to shoot it. But usually that works. So, how many time do I have left? Like 10 minutes? 15? Okay, because I will, maybe we can keep a little bit for Q&A. I'll speak 5 minutes, then we'll open for Q&A, and if you don't have any question, I will go back to my slides. Something also important to find the money on your budget, because I think co-production, like the main thing, is to sell your project and to pre-sell your project. But it's also linked to co-production, because every co-producer knows different people and know different broadcasters. So what we'll do as producer, you, me, or the one that's putting your project, is trying to find a strategy. So on VR, you have 2 different strategies. Either you go to B2B, or you go B2C. So directly to the end user, or you pass through someone like that. So you need to sell your content in advance, because it's too risky to enter in production without money. You will be put into bankruptcy and you will become homeless, and that's not what we hope to. So you need to find the money before, at least 80% of your budget. Then you can take a risk. Entering production with a 20% gap is something that many producers do, but you cannot enter into production with a 95% gap. It's too insecure. So of course we get all the public money, but also a rule is that public money cannot fund more than 50% of your overall budget. They will not give you 100% of your budget. It's impossible, it's against European laws. So you have to find some private money, and private money comes from broadcasters. Come to B2. And then, it's exactly the same in movie business and the TV series. So if some of you are used to that, there's nothing groundbreaking in what I'm saying. The only thing what I'm saying is like, use what works on TV and feature film and bring it to our space, the VR space. And for that, you have to pre-sales, either per territory or with time duration. So I think this might be really long in 6 months, but today that's mostly the money you will find, okay? You have first exclusivity, and if you give exclusivity worldwide with someone, I'm sorry, Sasha, I keep taking Arte example because you're there. If you're giving worldwide exclusivity with Arte, you will ask them more money than if you give them French exclusivity, of course. Because if you give only French exclusivity, you can sell to other country, and if you give worldwide exclusivity, you have a bigger check because they're blocked all the other rights. So usually you can have a 6 figures on pre-sale for real exclusivity territory. 6 figures, yeah. Euros, sorry. Yeah, I'm in Europe, yeah. 10%. Because in Argentinian pesos it would be really. So you have this 6-figure exclusivity, but it's not a lifetime exclusivity. It will be useless for everyone, and it will be impossible for the producer to make the movie. And the broadcaster, they want you to succeed making your movie. They don't want to block you. But usually they will ask 12 months, then it's your role to negotiate. Don't say yes all the time with the contract. You have the power because you are the producer and the creator. They give you as least as you need them. Never forget that. We're not in a weak position. So then you negotiate that. Then you can do other sales continent by continent with exclusivity, which will be a lower money, 5 figures, still in euros. And then you can go continent by continent with non-exclusivity. It will be really low check. It will be like 3 grand, 5 grand, sometimes 2 grand. But €1 is €1, and you need money to do your movie. And then, it's not because you don't have the first one that you are not to try the second one. Usually, having the first one, it's really hard. I tell you, it's like 5 to 10% chance to convince these people to give you money. But then you can find other way. You can find private people, a rich poker player that have too much money and will give you some. It happens. Everything can happen into production. And then you can go straight to the other one. Try to sell continent by continent. And same, if you don't succeed, go to the third one, you know? It's not because you didn't succeed one that you need to drop the other one. So it's just an example of the people that can buy you content today. And there is more and more, you know? So these people can buy you upfront. They can give you money for taking rights, exclusive or non-exclusive, worldwide or per continent, it doesn't matter. Like Hulu, they will never take worldwide rights because they don't care, they're only in the US. So Hulu will take US rights. Arte, they will ask usually European rights. But then, if you get the BBC involved, you can ask Arte to take maybe only France, Germany, and other countries. It's a negotiation. Every project is different, and every project has specific contract. So, many people, then you can choose, I will accelerate because I have no more time. Then you can choose some time to go directly to the end consumer. It's tricky to do that, because today there is no real market in VR. So, if you do that, you really think you have a subject that can reach a lot of people. I'm not saying not to do that, but really think wisely before doing that. Like, if you do something around sports, around something, I don't want to be bad example, but something that you're really sure can reach an audience, you can try to go B2C. Then you do your project with a little less budget, sometimes with some more risk on your side, because it will be like Ray Charles or Elvis. You will keep your rights on everything. You will give nothing to none of these people. It will be only your money, and the money will come back only for you and the producer. So then that's the start when you can upload your content when it's ready. And then you have to think about the good pricing. You know, is it €1? Is it €10? You know, we have to remember how much is a song, how much is an album. But an album, you can listen to it 200 times if you love the group. It will be different with a VR project. You will watch it 2, 3, maybe if it's great 4 times. But so think about your pricing is really important. And then, because I have 1 minute more, so you have the digital rights, the online rights, where either it's B2C or either it's B2B. It's only online. It's for people who have an HMD or a phone, and they will download it. But then, more and more, you get pop-up VR theater or permanent VR theater. That's what we call today in the industry LBE, location-based entertainment distribution. So the LBE right is really different. When you enter into a contract with the people I put there, they will take the digital rights. You know, because sometimes they will try to take your LBE rights, tell them no, you know, because they don't really need it, but they want everything. So keep them for you, and then try to go to the LBE rights to exploit your thing in the VR theater. And my time is up. So it's only 30 seconds. It's only a few examples of the people that can do that with you, you know. And really, it's only a few examples because every month you have new ones, you know. So then also I advise you to find a distributor. The distributor is the one that will deal with these people for you. Because you're a producer or artist, you don't have time to deal with all these people in every country. So I advise you to find a distributor. There's a few examples. There is another one in UK called Dot Wolf, which is doing VR. And also sometimes on brands. Brands have some foundation that are here because brands make so much money that now they have a little bit of money to put back to culture. So this is only 2 examples. Audi found one of my pre-existing movies, that is Alteration, which is there. They give like maybe 10% of the budget, which is not nothing. And the Prada Foundation paid 30% of the Inaritu VR movie that was in Cannes, called Carmen. So you can look at the foundation, and I speak to that yesterday, and somebody confirmed me that it was the same in Taiwan. So this foundation are here to promote art, and most of the project we do is art, so you can go to these people. And I will go later. So if you have any question, I'll be happy to answer.
他应该还有一些事情，有一些内容可以分享，但是他先开放给现场的观众提问。有没有观众想要趁这个机会先提问的？好，这边观众稍等一下，我们麦克风。
你好，我想请教一下，就是当你一个 project 在制作前期的时候，你可能要选定一些平台。那这时候你可能要考量像是就是普及率，如果选一些 CAYROL， 那它的互动性可能就会跟其他 HMD 像是如果选择范围会有一定程度的差异，然后也会影响你接下来制作。那在这个部分，因为刚刚提到主要还是 B2C 的机会比较少，那这方面你们要怎么去考量？然后另外我想请教的是，因为他之前有提到，就是当你今天已经建立起一个世界观，然后你有那个 IP， 所以你可能会把它延伸到不同的媒材上，可能会把它也运用到 mixed reality 上面。可是一个问题是，他们的互动模式可能是完全不一样的，所以当你的世界观一样，但至于互动模式不一样，你可能那个游戏变动会比想象还要多非常多。那他怎么会去处理这样的情况？谢谢。
Okay, so the question is really important, and just want to say one thing, and I should have precised that in the introduction, I'm sorry. I'm really professional in non-gaming experience in VR. But the question is still relevant because I do a lot of interaction. Just to understand, I don't do games. Games go directly to store strategy, usually. But there is a lot of interacting in VR non-gaming, so the question is still really relevant. So we were speaking about this person. So you're right, some of this person don't play interactivity content, and that's even better because then you can have many more partners. So let's say Hulu don't want interactivity because the player don't take interactivity. So you have two choices. You can either sell them only the non-interactive version, because we can already do a downgrade version of your project. You do like a 360 video, so it's not the version you will work on. You will be a little bit disappointed, the director will hate it. But we do that all the time. You do a downgrade version for the people who don't play interactivity. On another side, sometimes, let's take again the example of Arte. Arte, they have a platform, and they don't play interactivity. So it might seem useless to give them your interactive version, but in fact, now they act also as a publisher. So if you work with them, they will take the rights of the non-interactive version, the downgrade version, and they will publish themselves the thing on Oculus Store. Let's guess, if Oculus as a partner. So then they will need the interactive version, and you have no concession to do on your project. No? And I don't remember the second question.
可以再请你重复吗？
Because it was two questions, and what was the second one?
其实两个比较好奇的是，就是互动性，因为即便是影片，很多人还是有互动的。一个是平台，然后另外一个是，如果你今天要从 virtual reality 到 mixed reality， 假定它是如果是 HoloLens 好了，那它的互动模式会完完全全不一样。然后我想要请教他怎么去想这部分。
You make concession. You make concession because the market is not really there. We cannot do what we want to do, and that's my role as a producer, to push the director to make concession. But also, it will change soon. We're really on the beginning of the market. There is not a lot of player, and also just to know, it's not this slide and this slide, it's not opposite. It's just to say that you go to this person, and this person will go to these stores. It's just that the money won't be for you, it will be for them, but the project will still be there. So if we work, let's say, with Wizin or with Arte, of course they will have their version, but you can push them also to upload to the store to the end consumer. So the project will end to the end consumer at the end. It's just you have an intermediary. And of course, as you're not doing games, let's say you're not doing a game, but in narrative, interactive project, yeah, it's not the easy part to distribute them. And of course you make concession. And even the LPE, a lot of them might be non-interactive, So you need to have different versions of your own project, even if there is one version you don't really like. I hope it answered the question.
那这边前面有一位观众有问题，等一下我们的麦克风。
我想请问一下，因为刚刚前面的讲者有稍微提到，就是说这个市场在国际市场这个投资的对于 VR 投资它的热度好像有一点下降。那我不晓得从他的观点来看，就是在现在已经 VR 发展了2-3年在影视上，那他觉得这个产业的投资的热度还是非常蓬勃的，还是有机会的吗？还是其实是也有往下掉的？那再来就是亚洲地区的，不晓得他有没有观察到亚洲地区的市场的这个变化？谢谢。
是投资市场还是消费市场？
投资就是
投资的部分。
对，谢谢。
So I'll begin by the end, and I'll come back to the beginning of the question. I don't work with Asia. That's why I'm here to change that. You know, South Korea is a country I really want to work with. Taiwan too. So, but I cannot really answer to the last part because I don't have the knowledge to answer even the last part. But if, from what I've heard, oh, it's not true. The market is there and growing. You know, there is more and more MB everywhere in South Korea, in Japan, in China. I know there is some opening in Taiwan soon. So you come from 0 to 1 and to 2. So I think, from what I heard, the Asian market going that way. But I can answer for Europe and the US, and even for South America. There is more and more money, more and more players, more and more opportunity, and I think you're exactly on the right timing, you know? Because 3 years ago, it was really the struggle to survive. Half of the company failed already, you know? And we're at the end. I think there is still one more hard year, or try to survive, but the market is really blooming. So maybe people disagree with me, but I'm really sure of what I'm saying, because I'm making more and more money, more and more projects, and more bigger projects. So, and I'm not the only one. So I really think the market is there, and that's the time to exist. Because in 5 years, it will be too late. The only one will exist in 5 years will be the bigger, that are already there, and the new one that we create right now. So no, I think it's really a good timing to do VR and AR.
那我自己要偷渡一个问题，我想要请问一下比较基本的部分，就是说现在的 VR 的影片，它在制作的通常时程会拉多久？然后还有制作的预算大概会拉多久？然后我们在比如说我们在今年所选映的 VR 影片，其实大概都是在20分钟以下的。那这样子的长度，就是影片的长度，接下来还会是这个样子吗？
Okay, so 3 questions.
Timing and duration of the film.
Duration. And money. So I will say that to produce a great VR piece, you need at least 1 year. You know, between the writing, finding the money, finding the producer, exchanging, shooting, making all that, editing, doing the sound, going to try to convince actors. I would say minimum 1 year. And if you think you can be shorter, think again. And you know, think of what you can do better. So I would say minimum 1 year. Usually mine take 2 years. So the question was the timing of the movie. I would say there is no rule. What I can advise, like it's a little tip we share between producers, is like if you do like you have a 30-minute movie, pretend for the people it's 3 times 10. So you can do 3 times more premiere in different festivals, and then raise a big audience. And at the end you can release your 30 minutes movie, you don't care. But it will be too late, you will have the festival already. So I would advise them to go longer at 45, just because of the hardware. It's a little bit exhausting, heavy, and headaches of some people. So for now I will advise to say under 45, maybe under 35, but I think it will change really, really quickly, and in 2-3 years we'll have really great materials, and then you're going to go higher. And the third part of the question, the budget. Oh, this part is really impossible to answer. Like, I co-produced a movie that cost 150,000 euros, and I'm on another that cost 1.6 million. So really, it depends on what you want to do. There is some great movies that are not expensive. It's just because you can have a great screen with 3 people in the room and it's still a great screen. And you can have one with like fire explosion and cops killing people everywhere. So it really depends on what you have on your screen. So the budget for me is like impossible to say. It would really depend on what you have on your screen and what on the director to make.
好，那因为我们的时间已经到了，所以我们是不是谢谢Antoine跟我们分享关于国际合制，还有延伸蛮多的不管是 B to B 或是 B to C 的这样子的一个发行的策略。我们掌声谢谢Coco。然后我们休息5分钟，下一个场次是从创作到被观众看见 VR 电影制作到发行可能商业模式，会在3点50分开始进行。谢谢。
先看。